Hello viewers, welcome to my business show, The Game. My name is Ogemdi and this is Brandedge TV. On today's edition of The Game, we have a special guest in our midst. She is a baker residing here in Awka. Please let's meet her. You're welcome to The Game.
Thank you.
Please can you introduce yourself properly to our audience?
Okay, my name is Onyibor Amara Happiness. Currently managing Amanes Events, a bakery located here in Awka.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, please can you tell us how you started your bakery business?
I think I started this career 7 years ago.
Okay.
From a 3 months training, beginners class training, which after that I had so many other trainings I've gone through till now.
Okay, can you tell us how you started, as in your journey towards success in this bakery business?
7 years ago, I had a passion to train on confectionaries. I think I love anything that has to do with baking and cooking, confectionaries entirely. So when I wanted to go into this program, I didn't have much on me, but I know I needed something to hold on to. So I had to look for a location to train on. I think the price then thereabout was around, I'm not sure again, I think 100 to 150,000 then, which was something I didn't really have. And in the process, I was looking for how to raise this money to handle this business, to go on into this training.
Okay.
It was difficult trying
So
to
how
raise
were you
this
able
money.
to raise the money?
I had to borrow from a friend.
Okay.
A friend who believed in my dreams. I had to speak to him and told him my plans about this whole thing. And he saw I was going to do well in this, and he supported this little dream of mine. Along the line, the training was supposed to last for 3 months. I think I stayed for 2 months. I got what I needed, then started on my own. Started mine, it was still on a small scale. I think I started with stove and pots.
Wow.
At that moment, I started with stove and pots. Before then, my mom now gave me her oven, her old oven, not really so old oven, but an old oven packed in the house. We had to work on it to bake, to start this bakery.
Okay.
And then I didn't have clients. So I didn't know how to grow this business. I know I really needed to grow it. So I had to go to secondary schools to start telling them, this is what I do. Can I make cupcakes and bring to your school, and so that students can buy, and from there can raise funds. Some accepted while some rejected, and some to them that accepted, I started making the cakes for them, cupcakes precisely, delivering to them. At the end of the day, I'll go back there, collect my the money I got from the whole thing. I started again. At a point, it was stressful, so I had to stop and focus on mainly birthday cakes, because as of then, I started getting few clients that started believing in what I have to offer, and I had to stop.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. Okay, let me ask you, was it challenging for you to start getting clients? Like, you said that you went to secondary schools, you talked to them. So were there points or moments where you got a no for an answer, and how were you able to manage it? Because I know that it could be quite discouraging when you are actually starting up a business and you are looking for clients and you get a lot of no's and you really want to do it. So how were you able to manage the challenges? How were you able to grab your opportunities?
Okay, as of the part of no, I got thousands of no's, and it was depressing.
Wow.
At a point, I wanted to stop, because at the point I was like, maybe this is not what I'm supposed to be doing, and people don't believe in me. But then I have these few friends that will call me once in a while and say, let's do this cake, this your cake, do this one. he would do it, and it kept me pushing. And I would mention my mom. My mom was always there.
Your number one fan, your number one supporter.
She's my number one fan. Because then I remember when I would be angry and about maybe my cake not coming out fine, or maybe someone not patronizing me, coming to my shop and be like, how long have you been baking? And I'll say, I started last month. And the person will be like, no, you cannot handle this. And at the end of the day, I'll get angry. And my mom will keep on talking to me, encouraging me. She'll be like, you can pull through this. Yes. I've seen your cake now, I've tested your cupcake. Are you not the one that did this? And all that. And before you know it, you're already up and you're already telling people, yes, I bake cake, so, and you're sharing your cupcakes. I think from there, the pressure now shifted a little bit. Yes. And I think maybe I had to first believe in myself, yes, before another person can actually believe in what I can do or offer them.
Okay. Thank you. You know, there are points like someone that is starting a business for the first time. Yeah. You've already finished learning your skill. You believed in yourself that you can actually do it. Then let's say you actually got a very big client. Did you at a point feel that anxiety, or you ask yourself these questions? Can I actually do this? Am I sure I am going to deliver this? What if I make mistakes? So, and how were you able, did you lose those customers, or did you actually grab the opportunity and get it right? So how were you able to manage that scenario? Because a lot of people face that. Because I know someone that actually got a big contract, but out of fear that they cannot deliver, the person had to shift it to another company to handle that, because they feel that they cannot handle it and they are afraid of disappointing customers. So how are you able to, or how were you able to handle it at that starting point?
Okay, after the sleepless nights of having a big job to deliver, okay, let me use a wedding cake for example. Okay. I think it's something most new bakers or trainees are scared about. Okay. I think I got a wedding cake then from one of my aunties. She was wedding and I was supposed to handle the wedding cake. And a day to the day I would bake, I had fears. I couldn't sleep. At a point, I wanted to call them to tell them I can't do this, so let's look for someone that will handle this baking thing. Okay. Maybe I will be there to give moral support. So when I told my mom, and I'm going to tell them, my mom was like, you can do this. What are you saying? I've seen you do birthday cakes now. You can do this. You know to put this one and put this one. Okay, to her, it was simple. To me, it was...
No, she wouldn't understand the task ahead.
So I had to meet other higher bakers. Okay. Called my boss then, explained to her, and she told me what to do. I think I picked up from there. Okay. And before I knew what was happening, I was baking the cake, I was icing the cake. Even though I didn't do so well, or as a first-time baker on handling a wedding cake for the first time, but it came out perfect.
Wow. That's interesting. That is to say that you had mentors that you actually looked up to. That really motivated you, because I know that it's not something that you can actually do on your own. No. All right. We'll have a short break and we'll get back on the questions.
So when you think about photo shoot, what comes to your mind? Lights, camera, action, right? Well, Brandedge is here to change the narrative. You want to think about relaxation, comfort, and glam. That is what they are here for. First of all, they take you to a VIP lounge or more. You go relax your back. Then they move you to the makeup studio for complete glam. This one is not doing so. They will give you a flawless makeup. Move on to the photo studio. That's where the magic happens. We have professional photographers that will help you strike the best pose you can ever imagine. Come and book us today, and of course we're going to make your event fun and memorable.
Welcome back to our show. All right, we'll move to the next. Okay, if someone wants to venture into bakery business, what are the necessary requirements? Or the basic requirements, per se?
I think it depends on how you want to run your business, how big you want it.
Okay.
So let me use myself
Okay.
as an example.
Okay.
I didn't go into the market buying things.
Okay.
I was focused on getting those main things like my baking pan,
Okay.
oven, which was my stove then.
Okay.
I was solving the problem. I think I had one or two necessary baking pans that I needed then.
Yeah.
And then once I get a job, I reinvest into the business.
Okay.
I wasn't about the gain. I was about what to offer and what to
Yes.
put back into this business. So let's say I bake a cake and I realize I make a 1,000 naira gain, and I know this 1,000 naira gain can buy me a turntable, which is
Okay.
necessary. I'll just go to the market, pick a turntable. So it depends on what you want. Sometimes some people have the money and the funds, enough funds to start up, but some don't really have that privilege. But if you have the privilege, you can go into the market and buy everything you want to buy. It's all yours. But
Okay.
once you don't really have much, you can start from little, buying the necessary things that you need.
Okay. Okay. Can you actually help us and just give us a listing of the major material that you can't do without as a starter? Because as a starter, you may not have the money to buy it all.
Yeah.
But what are the must-haves before you can start it?
Okay.
Maybe a few of them.
I think your cake pan is
Okay.
necessary because you need it to bake.
Okay.
Oven or your stove is necessary because you need it to bake.
Okay.
A spatula
Okay.
is necessary. Your turntable
Okay.
is necessary. Then depending on the jobs you were getting there, the kind of jobs you were getting there, then I was getting more of buttercream icing. So I needed a cake comb. I needed a crumb coating instrument, then a cake comb. So depending on what you are, the kind of jobs you're getting. So I also needed piping bags and nozzles. So I was picking them one by one then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you. Okay. How much do you think is required for a startup for this business? Like basic, let's say, okay, from the learning process, and then how much in sum is someone required to have to actually start a business at least?
Okay, from training, depending on where you're training.
Okay.
I think some trainees, I think some do train from 70 to 150,000, depending on the class you're going for.
Okay.
Yes, I think from 70 to 150,000. Some charge more, but this is the basic that at least you can get here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the business a profitable one?
Yes, it is.
So it's something that you would advise someone that has passion for it to go into.
The passion, yes.
Yes, and so, you know, in Nigeria, going into a business that gives us money to take care of our basic needs. So you think that this business can actually give us resources that can actually take care of our basic needs?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Are you open to new intakes? Let's say new students for the year or at the moment?
Yes, I am.
Okay. How many sessions do you run in a year, and what is your estimate or number of students you have or you take in each session?
For now, it's a 3 months class, depending on what you're coming for, what you want to train on. And sometimes I do have intakes of sometimes 10, sometimes they are more than 10, depending.
Okay.
Yeah.
Per session.
Yeah, per session.
And that session runs like
3
about
months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Okay, that means 3 to 4 times.
Yes, in
a year.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. And you offer them quality service.
Definitely, yes.
Okay, why do you think your cake is the best?
Because it's my brand, and nobody will do it better than me. Nobody can protect my brand.
I like that.
Better than me.
It's the confidence for me, and I like it. Okay, please, what do you have to tell our audience that is interested or that wants to venture into the business, or our audience that are passionate about going into confectionaries or bakery?
is something worth doing. So
Okay.
far you have passion for it. It's something that you can go in for.
Okay.
Passion first. Because if you go into any business with money in mind first, you might get frustrated out of it. You need the passion to grow your business, and then the rest follows. And I would also like to add that whatever is your dream, whatever you know that this is what you can do for yourself, this is my passion, and nobody should talk you out of it, even when nobody is supporting you. Just
Be your number one supporter.
Yes, you need be your number one fan, and you have to believe in yourself before someone else can actually believe in you.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much. We really appreciate your presence here. Thanks for coming. All right, we have come to the end of the program today, and I hope you learned something. So believe in yourself before other people can believe in you, in quotes. So just like she said, you need to be passionate about what you want to do. The passion will drive you to success, and the success will gain you financial freedom. All right, thank you for watching, and do not forget to subscribe to our social media handles. Our website is www.brandedge.tv. Our Facebook is Brandedge TV, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Brandedge TV. Thank you for watching. See you next week.